This video is about a forehand deception. So this deception is, I would almost say, a deception on top of a deception. I think we have all seen the Ginting deception, where he makes it look like he's going to play a straight shot with his forehand, but then he kind of relaxes his grip and then play the cross-court shot. We have also made one video about that specific deception, so that you can find in the description below. This is a top-on that specific deception. So instead of playing the cross-court shot, you actually play a straight lift. Of course, this is normally a shot you would use in a service situation where your opponent is served to you. You start by having a super relaxed grip, make it look like you're gonna play a straight shot. Then you pull your racket back and actually show a bit you're gonna play the cross-court net drop. But instead, at the end, you tighten your grip and play the long lift. It's a small variation. It's a very fun thing to practice in your game, and it helps your technical capabilities. So I would definitely recommend you to try and practice this shot. The situation where you play this shot, as mentioned, is around the service return, usually. If I'm a right-hander, it would be when I receive the serve from the odd number. That's where you're able to play this shot. As with all deceptions, it's not a standard shot, so don't use it every time you receive the serve. I would recommend you actually to start by playing a few Ginting deceptions, so the one where you play the cross-court drop. That really makes your opponent think, okay, you're able to play this shot, and he's starting or she's starting to be very aware that that shot could be coming. But perhaps in your third time you want to use a deception or so, you play the lift instead. So this is the deception that we are practicing here. So in that way your opponent is insecure, where are you doing a service return? So use the Ginting shot a few times before you use this specific deception. Also, where you have the shuttle is of course important for how you are able to play this specific deception. I would say when you receive the serve, it's very important, if I'm a right-hander, that the shuttle is not too far on my left hip, because then I'm not really able to play the lift from that side. Either it doesn't have to be too close to the tee, because over here I'm not able to do too much of the deception. So almost, I would say, it has to come straight to your body, or perhaps a little bit on the right side of my hip. That's the perfect situation, I would say, to play this shot. Also, the serve from your opponent doesn't have to be too much into the court, so it has to be, I would say, a pretty standard serve that comes towards your body / right hip a bit. So deceptions are funny. They can put you in a great situations, and they can really put you into trouble as well. When you play this lift with this shot, it's not like a very high lift. It's not a super flat lift either, but it is slightly more flat than high. Of course, the danger for that, if your opponent reads what you're gonna do, is they can jump right into it, and they are in a perfect situation to play whatever shot they want to from their forehand side. So be very careful how much you play this shot. As with all deceptions, it's very important to get as close to the shuttle as possible without perhaps playing it. So when I get the service return, I show that I want to play this straight. The shuttle is very close to my strings. I pull back my racket, show that I want to play the cross court. I'm still very close to the shuttle. And then at the very end, I do the flick, so I tighten my grip and do the flick. So that's a key thing, that the shuttle must be very close to the strings. If you have a meter from the shuttle and the racket, nobody will be tricked into this deception. So all in all, the closer you're able to get towards the shuttle, or the contact point between the shuttle and your strings, the closer it is, the better deception, or the better chance you have to be deceptive. If you want to learn more deceptions or technique in general, we have a playlist called Badminton Technique on our YouTube channel. So go and subscribe to the YouTube channel and find that specific playlist. We of course also have linked to it in the description.